everybody? This is Chris with BilletBox.info, and I'm here with a little bit of a different review again. This time, I have the Cthulhu AIO box, and this is an all-in-one similar to the Pulse AIO that I took a look at a few weeks ago, and this one was sent to me to check out. Unfortunately, it didn't come with the other part that I was pretty excited to check out, and that's the 520 tank. And I'm really interested in the 520 tank for a couple of reasons. One, it's another RBA, and I love RBAs, and I like taking a look at all of them. I wanna try them all. Kind of like Pokemon, right? So, but the good news is they forgot to send it. So instead of sending one on a follow-up shipment, they're going to send me two. One that I'm going to take a look at and keep, and one that I'm going to have a contest, and I'll put some details out on that in the video when we actually get it. So, not sure when that's going to be. But anyway, this is the Cthulhu Mods AIO box, and it's an all-in-one, uh, basically BORO device, and retails about $99. They advertise it as being the smallest 18650 AIO out, or 18650 BORO AIO out there. And while you're talking about the BORO, I mean, the .AIO is a little smaller, and I'm sure there's some other that take the dot, I guess you would say tanks, like a dot mission or a uh, the one from at Mizzou. I forgot the name of it, but they forgot to send it. This, like I said, is going to be about $98 retail. I believe Vaping Art in America, in USA, have them in stock currently. Um, but yeah, the 520 is going to be about 45 bucks, I believe. And why I am so excited about the 520 is, in addition to being an RBA, there's a separate base that you can swap out with an adapter that will allow you to use PMP coils. And I'm not sure if you know this, but I love PMP coils. They're some of the best, my favorite pre-made coils on the market. And this is the Bridge, BRIJG, and there's a JG2 coming out, which I should have pretty soon as well. And it's the Bridge JG V2 is manufactured, or it's for by JG of Delro fame, and but it's being made this time by Monarchy. So anyway, um, what is a BORO device? When I say a BORO device, a BORO is a term, uh, a style of tank that is actually trademarked and created by Billet Box Vapor for the Billet Box when the Rev 4 came out. It's a removable tank section that comes with a Billet Box, which a standard BORO looks like that, except for the one that you get with the Billet Box is white with red O-rings. I've changed the O-rings on those. You can also get a black one, from their Billet Box website. But um, basically, what a BORO tank, it was named BORO tank because it was machined out of the glass is borosilicate glass that slides down, so you could just dump your juice in instead of the way that used to have to do it. You used to have this little bottle that you'd have to put your juice in, and use this bottle to put it in the Rev 2 and Rev 3 versions of the Billet Box. But this has, like I said, borosilicate glass. You just slide it down. Everybody should by this point know what a BORO is, but slide the glass down and dump your juice in it. So, um, but yeah, there's you can get all sorts of different bridges and RBAs for a BORO. So when people say a BORO device, it's a device that takes what originally was the standard Billet Box BORO, which, like I said, the name's trademarked for Billet Box Vapor, the word BORO. And the when we're talking about a BORO device, that's what we're talking about. It takes that, instead of any other size of a tank. You know, like Hellfire came out with their Moab, which uses a similar style tank, and even this right here has, you know, its own style of tank that takes RBAs designed for a BORO, but it's not actually a BORO. So, um, but yeah, what borosilicate glass basically is known for having low coefficients of thermal expansion, making it more resistant to heat. So than regular common glass. I'm not sure if it's more fragile than regular glass. I've never broke a BORO glass personally. Now I'm going to break one on camera or something within the next couple. So, but anyway, we're going to take a look at this BORO device from Cthulhu Mod, and it's called the Cthulhu AIO box. And we'll go ahead and take you down and show you what we got here. This is going to be fully compatible with all BORO tanks. We're going to test a few drip tips, whatever, all the drip tip adapters. Everything is billet box compatible, you know, BORO compatible, if you will. It's made of aviation aluminum, both the panels and the body, which there will be aftermarket panels we'll talk about. The the screen on it and the button glows when you press it like a .AIO is, and you can actually turn that off with the chip. The chip's a 60-watt Atom chip, which allows you to do variable wattage, variable voltage, temp control, TCR, and even bypass mode. So, and it's going to come with and I initially thought it was going to come with the 520, but the 520 is a separate purchase. So, like I said, it's 45. In here is going to be an RBA, which I don't understand why you have that RBA when you have the 520, which apparently is better than what we're going to have in this box. But it also comes with an adapter that allows you to use novice coils, which I don't have any, so I'm not going to be able to show you that. So anyway, let's bust in it and take a look. Oh, and on the box, I thought maybe this is a red one. These come in 3 different color or four or 5 different colors, I think. Let's see here. I think it's black, elegant black, midnight green, which kind of looks like a slate, really, not really a green. Pacific blue and hot pink. Well, where's red at? That looks like red, right? But I was looking at the back of the box, and it says right here somewhere, it said something about hot pink. Where did it say that? Hot pink right there. Yeah, so I got a pink one. I guess it goes with my logo and my theme and everything. So let's bust in this and take a look at it. Ouch. I had considered not even bothering building the little RBA with this thing. It's a it's a simple. I've seen their video on it, so I mean, kind of know what I'm looking at here. It's a GTA style build deck, and the box is damaged a little bit. Shipping, I guess. Come on, open up. Open says me. All right. Oh, looky there. I was going to tell you about some things here, but looks like they added one in here. I don't know if it comes with the standard kit, but this is a sticker that you can put on the face of your device. Like if you're going to use clear panels on it, because there's a plethora of aftermarket products already available, you'll have that showing through, or you know. So anyway, I'll show you. So in the box we got a little manual, which is pretty thick. Assume it's probably, yeah, various languages. It looks like 1, 2, but basically it shows the operation of the device and how to fill it, how to take it apart, and all that good stuff. Don't think we'll need that, do you? Put that over there. All right, and we have the device itself. We have a USB to USB-C connector, or a charge cable. We've got looks like a gasket for your tank, some various sized O-rings, a little bit of, oh, it looks like also a fill port. Yeah, fill port extra, and a little blue screwdriver that you get with a lot of these mods. And here we have This is the Nautilus adapter, I assume. You just put that in place of your, we'll show you, even though I don't have one to actually show you. And there's our build adapter for putting on a 510, or, you know, for pre-firing your coils and whatnot. Then you have your pins here. The pin sizes are 0.8, 1.2, 1.6, and 2.0. Don't know if there's one in it already. If it's 2.0 is the biggest resistance I can get out of this, it's going to be a little bit too tight for me, because that's close. That's reduced direct lung, but it's close to mouth to lung for my taste. So anyway, we'll go ahead and set this aside, and we'll take a look at this box. Actually, let me get this little paper off here. Actually, that's not as pink as it looks, or that, you know, it's not real pink. I mean, it's pink, but it's more reddish than pink. All right, we'll put that in there so we don't lose it. We'll keep that sticker out. Put this aside. Also, I'm going to show you this in a little bit. They also sent along some of their accessories that are available on the Cthulhu Mods website. Yeah, I'll show you that in a minute. All right, that's pretty light. So, got a drip tip up here, which I believe is a 510. Yeah, you got a nut here, and we'll have to unscrew that. And this is pretty nice looking drip tip. But I don't use 510 drip tips. I use mostly integrated. So on top you got that. On the side, nothing. On the bottom, nothing. On this side, you got your USB-C port. On the front, you got a fire button here. And apparently this obviously can be changed out because we have extra buttons in there. On the back, you got a little airflow area here and a little section where you can actually see your juice, but it's really not that big. Not really big enough to actually see your juice, in my opinion. Or, you know, I guess it remains to be seen. Then you got your RBA in there, and this is their own tank with a fill port up here. It's held on by these 4 magnets. You got your little, you know, electronic compliance stuff here. Oh, I'm trying to go in the middle, and it's off to the side there. That panel, and these panels are also aluminum. And you got your battery compartment here, negative, positive. Your display there, and your 2 buttons there, which are pretty inconspicuous. Some screws here, which I assume we're going to have to take these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws off in order to change a button, which it depends on how this goes. We may actually do that on camera. So let me slap a battery in here. Oh, and one other thing, that notch here on the bottom is there for a reason. I forgot to mention that. There's airflow can come up through here too, from the bottom. Because of this channel right there, air will come up from that way as well as through here. So it'll give you more airflow if you need. Let's put it, before we put the battery in there, let's do this real quick. I wanted to give a comparison size-wise with a few devices. I guess it would be, you know, this, now mind you, this is 18650. This is really small, very dainty. It feels about the size of a .AIO, which I don't have anymore, but there it is alongside the Pulse AIO. And mind you, the Pulse AIO is a 21700 battery, so it's quite a bit bigger, just a tad bit wider or thicker, but it is bigger, obviously. And another BORO device that we this is the Aspire Prestige box, which is a really nice entry level, well, a little higher than entry level BORO device. So there's your size with that. Here's something a little smaller, but this, in its defense, has a LiPo. Actually, it's not any smaller. It's just about the same height and thickness. It's pretty close to the size of a Delro. It's a little more narrow from here to here, width-wise, than the Delro, but yeah, there you go. Here's a stash box. or excuse me, not Sashbox, Borat. And the Borat's obviously bigger, a lot lighter though because of what it's made of. This is aluminum. Um, yeah, I should have started off with the, there's the Evo, which is another one that doesn't use an actual BORO, but it takes BORO bridges and RBAs. And finally, another one that I just showed you a minute ago, the Abyss. The Abyss feels like 8 times bigger. Well, there's also a battery in this one. There's nothing in here yet, so, but there you are. And a billet box. Let's put button side first. There's your size with the billet box. It's about this way, about just a little smaller, yeah. It's about the same width or thickness from here to here. So there's your billet box comparison. There we are. And I'm gonna keep this one aside, because well, it's ready to vape. And but I'm gonna also take drip tip off of this one and this BORO and RBA out of it and put it in there. I want to see how closely to this DNA reading that we have here. Let's see, we'll look at that in a minute, that we get. So let's find a battery and slap it in there. Oh, wrong side. One other thing to note, which is kind of a good thing, is your BORO compartment is here. And it's separate from, there's a separate chamber from the chip. So, yeah, anyway. All right, let's put this in here. I hate these things. I really do hate those things. I'll end up cutting that off. But let's slap the battery in there, and yeah, it's not too bad. Well, we just had some blinky. Let me pull that back out and look at that again. It just blinked through all the colors. So, it says check atomizer. It's set to default to 60 watts, it looks like. And know that we're not going to need anything close to that. So let's go I'm going to go all the way down. No, it doesn't round robin. I'm not going to go through this, what they call, they call this the atom chip. I'm not going to go through it, but it's fairly simple. You can turn your button off to where it doesn't blink to save battery, and you can also go into stealth mode. There's like, different button presses, which I assume are in the manual. But I just care to put it on the voltage or the wattage I want. Oh, and I also want to make sure I do this. Actually, we're going to have to 1, 2, 3. Okay, we're in power mode. Now we're in volts mode. Let me hit the button. And there was a guy that asked what the highest voltage you could fire the another device at. So I figured I'd check that for him real quick here. I'm assuming 8 volts. It'll go up to 8 volts. So let's take that back down to, if I was to be in voltage mode, I'd be around 4 volts. That's what I like. So, 1, 2, 3, bypass, temperature control, different materials, and back to wattage. Power mode. So, there you are. Okay, let's put something in it. There's no, on the front at least, there's no play on the panels, which is a good thing. Yeah, I heard some of the earlier models had some play with the panels. That has been addressed. This is pretty, there's no play in these panels. I may keep it that way. I don't know. We'll see. All right, let's take this BORO out. Oh, that's nice. With the drip tip on there, I can just pull the drip tip out, but with it in there, it actually will allow me to pull it out without using a coin or whatever. So the tank just pulls out, and we'll look at that in a minute. But while we're here, what I want to do, I'll pull this side off again too. I want to take this, make sure my drip tip's tight, take a puff of that. All right, I'm reading a 0.47 on this one, on the DNA here. So I'm going to take this drip tip and this BORO, which this is not a standard BORO. This is a mum's BORO, which is, you know, just about the same. It fits pretty tight in these Cerakote versions of the billet box. Plus, I have a little condensation on the back there. Let me clean that off real quick before we throw it in there. So that's the beauty of these BORO compatible devices, is that they do take other BOROs. So there's a mum's BORO with the dope in it, and we're going to use, this is I think Armor's. Yeah, it's Armor's drip tip. We use Armor's drip tip and confirm that we can use third-party integrated drip tips. All right, what do we got? Check atomizer. It's not reading it. Oh, I gave it one little turn on it, and now it's reading 0.46. So it can use third-party drip tips, which it advertises that it does, so it should. And it's reading it. The chip is reading this same coil just as accurate, a little bit down, 0.1 down from the DNA. So let's hit that. All right, let's go up for a second while we have this. Let's see something here. With the panel on and that BORO in there, let's see how the airflow is. Oh, getting check atomizer again. It doesn't like this drip tip. It's not bad. It's not too restrictive. See, with the billet box, you have your airflow on the side right there. And, you know, these panels don't have a cutout for additional airflow. So this one is relying on just the front panel and that side, that bottom channel. So let's see if I cover up that bottom. See if I can do that. Oh yeah, just through the holes, it's pretty tight. Now, let me cover that. Oh, it's real tight. There's not a lot of air coming up from there, but combined together, it's doing pretty good. It's a little tight. But anyway, so we have confirmed that. Let's take that one off. Put that over there with that. Put that over there with that. And this is a standard billet box BORO. Fits just fine. Up and down play is not a problem, because when you put your drip tip in, it's going to lock it in place. So there's a standard billet box BORO. We should be down for that. Slides right in. And let's see. This is a vape shell, or vape snail from Atmazoo. Let's put there. Let's see. Make sure that reads. Okay, I felt a little extra play on it, so I was a little concerned. It's reading 0.55, which we didn't have a reference to know how close that is, but it's reading it just fine. That's with the drip tip that comes with the kit. Let's throw the cubics in there. Cubics is fine. I'm not firing this too much because some of these don't have any juice in it. Oh, check atomizer on it. If we fiddle with it. This positive pin doesn't appear to be adjustable. Like yeah, it's not adjustable at all. It's static. It doesn't even float. Here's an A tank, which is a standard billet box BORO with a larger cutout at the bottom for using Nautilus coils, or in this case the PMP coil with the BRI-JG bridge. I say it like that because, well, there's the bridge. So there we go, that works. Come on. That finish is really nice, by the way. So, and let's throw an orbit in there. Orbit fits right in there. And how about the BP Pioneer Insider? That's a little tight. I believe that this was tight in other devices too. Make sure I've got everything out of the way. Yeah, I'd have to fool with that if I wanted to use that in there. It's not real clearance. Now, I will mind you, this is a prototype. This is not the final product, so they may have shaved down a little bit on that on the final version. So, anyway, we'll take a look at this in a minute. While we're playing with accessories, though, this right here would go over this point here if we want to take the sticker off on this side. They also sell, I think, stickers for, well, no, wait a minute, hold on. They must have did away with the AIO. This must be a more modern version. I know some people complained about the word AIO written right there. It's not there on this one. There's no branding at all on this device. That is interesting. Wow. Okay. I didn't even notice that initially. So in this baggie that they sent me, I think we have like all of their accessories that they sell. We've got a black rounded button. I don't know if these are interchangeable with other devices. Here's a flat white button. We got a brass button. And then we have a couple drip tips. This drip tip here is called the Drago, and I guess it's more in tune for like a mouth to lung user, but it's this doesn't come off. That's integrated all together, and it just slides in there like that. That's pretty nice looking. Don't know if I'd use that though. That board is a little too small, as is this one. Maybe it's fine. How is that compared to this board? Yeah, this board is a little bit bigger for sure. Or maybe not. That's pretty close. I don't have calipers to check, but anyway. This one is, what do they call this thing? I think the 520 is the tank. It's got a number for a name. Let me see if I remember it. Oh man, what was it? Oh, 455, 455. A little low profile Delrin tip. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. And then they have this other thing that they call, it's like I don't know what the purpose of it is, but like with the flush nut on this, or I don't want to call it a flush nut, the nut on this, let me get that screwed in a little bit, make that drip tip come off a little easier. This could be a long video, y'all. So when this is all the way screwed down, it's flush with the end of the surface of the device. This one here is called the fast 510 adapter nut. It's still a 510 adapter as this is, but this is raised up. I'll show you what it's going to look like. Take that out. You know what? I should have just did that. I do not ever use these. Every single billet box and other BORO device that takes this, that has this threading, I use integrated tips. Oh, here, I also wanted to try. We'll try that when we put the BORO in there. Remind me, this ain't live, but I got to remind myself to check the original OG mission tip, and a couple others. Okay, we already looked at that. Here's that flush, the fast 510 adapter. A little baggy here. There we go. Oh, come here. There we go. So it's got some knurling on the end there, which makes it where it's a lot easier. Oh, maybe the fast part is you don't have to use anything to screw it in. So there we go. It's going to sit that high up on your device there, and then here's the 510 adapter, or one that came with it. So actually, that doesn't look bad at all. That's comfortable too. I like that. I actually like that. But anyway, all right, let's move all this aside. We'll put these over here. Put this one here. And, oh, well, that can happen. There we go. All right, buttons over here. Should we try looking at a button? Maybe not. I don't know. I don't want to take all the little screws out. Plus, I don't know the size of that. That looks really, really small. I'll take a look at it at a later date. So we'll go ahead and look at this real quick. You got a little wheel here, which I believe you can take off altogether, that adjusts your airflow. I don't think I'll be using that personally, because if the pin is as small as they say it is, I'm going to need everything. So the base just comes apart there. There's an O-ring here that holds it together. And let's see how solid that is. Yeah, that's not going to come apart real easy. It comes apart, but yeah, there's your small little bitty deck. Like I said, it's a GTA style deck. And yeah. All right. That air, I don't know if I have to. I may not have to change that airflow. Does this pin? This pin should come right out. It's held on by O-rings. That's probably. Where's the box at? Huh. I don't know. That just sticks in there, and that's going to make your continuity, your positive connection. How do these pins work? Let's pull one of these pins out. I don't know if I'll have to use these pins. I'm definitely not going to use that little 0.8. All right, these pins have knurling on them, and they screw into. Okay, take this out. Oh, there we go. No? What does that screw into? Oh, into here. Okay, okay. So this, whatever size that is. All right, hold on. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 pins in the box. And it says 0.8. Okay, so maybe if it's wide open, that's 3 millimeters. I'm going to guess that's 3 millimeters because this is going to be the 2 millimeter. And it looks like this threads into here. There we go. And then that's going to slide into here. There we go. Oh, well, I got to take that off to build it. Yeah, and you see in the middle there, that reduced our airflow. So if I pull that back out, I hope we can use it without the pin. Let me unscrew that, because I don't want to go with 2 millimeter airflow. And slide this in here. Screw that back in. And now you have, well, here, I'll just take it off. It just pops in. Yeah, that's probably 3 millimeter right there. So anyway, let's go ahead and I'm going to put this pin up before I lose it. Put that back in there. Shut the box back up. I guess we can build this thing real quick. I made a couple quick small wire using 24 gauge N80. I made a little 6 rep. So we need to find our adapter. There's our adapter, and it should go right onto there like that, I assume. That looks good. Let's screw this down on here. What do we got for screws? Little bitty Phillips. Where you at, Phillips screwdriver? Let's see if this is big enough to take it off or back it off. Yeah, there we go. All right, so on the deck, you got your airflow right there in the middle, and you have little catches on either side of the screw for your leads. So this should be an easy build. And oh, one other thing I need to check out. Yeah, let me take that back off for a minute. Where is it? Yeah, you can't, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that. Actually, I think you can. Right here on both sides at the bottom, that's where your juice is going to come up into the deck. And we're going to run our cotton down into this little cup here and fill it to where the juice will come up from the bottom and wick across the coil. So, all right, let's put that together. It feels like that's on. All right, which way are these leads going to go? Will it work both ways? Should work both ways. Yeah, there we go. All right, let me back these screws off a little bit more so I can get up under there. I don't know if maybe this 24's, this shouldn't be too big to go under that screw. There we go. Oh, get over there. I got it in the other channel. Oh, this wire is so rigid. It's 24, so I can't get it to go straight under it, so I'm gonna have to slide it in on both sides. Or maybe I could just take the screw out. This shouldn't be this difficult, but this wire, I should use thinner wire, which kind of bolds, but oh, maybe if I, okay. All right, there we go. I got the screw up a little bit more. All right, that caught. Ooh, this is an abomination. Not saying that my coil is abomination. All right, let's get this pulled down. Get this into this channel. Oh, my screw came off. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to lower that. It's fine if I can actually get the screw back in. Let's get that under it. There we go. Oh, I missed. This looked like this was going to be a really easy build here. It probably should be easier. Oh, these, I don't like these screws. It feels like I'd strip them. That was fine. Okay. All right. Let me clean this coil up. That coil is all jacked up now. It might not even be 2.5 millimeter anymore after I screwed it all, bent it all up and everything. There we go. All right, level it down. Let's see the interchange. So this here just comes right out. Should. There we go. Oh yeah, we got a lot of room in that cap. I should be able to put it as high as I want to. That should be, I don't think I need to go much lower than that. I was thinking I might have to lower it a little bit. Get this straight and then make sure it's parallel or horizontal. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Get these leads snipped off as good as I can. Make sure I get those wires. Those things will cut my foot open as thick as this wire is. All right, let's see what this reads. 0.27 is what it's reading right now. 0.27, 0.29. All right, let's put it on 4 volts. Fire that thing and clean it up. I wasn't sure what size coil I could get away with in here, so I decided just to go with a 2.5 millimeter 6 wrap 24 gauge nichrome. Good solid heavy duty wire. All right, that's good. That's looking good. There we are. I may should have it down a little bit more. Let's make sure. Okay, that's reading 0.6 now. Or oh, that is hot. Let's make sure that I'm not shorted out. That deck doesn't, it just sits on there. All right, it's reading 0.6. As I'm moving around on there, though, I'm catching. Anyway, that looks good. So this is not too high. Don't know. Yeah, it's not much higher. It's not too much higher than where the actual airflow is. I didn't want it to be too high on there. So let's grab some cotton. Oh, wrong end. Where my scissors at? There we are. I think I'm going to take a little bit off that. That feels too thick. Roll it up a little bit. All right, let's stick it through. Trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to try. All right, that's just about right. So I want to cut it down to about right there. And right there. We'll cut a little angle on the top here. Just to get a little bit of mass so I don't choke it. Take a little bit of that off and then a little fluff. And then we're going to shove it down in there. Put down in that channel there. And hopefully it's not too long. Yeah, it's sticking out of the bottom a little bit. I don't know if this side's going to be a little too long. I can see that right now. So let me trim a little bit. Hope I didn't take too much off. No, that's just fine right there. I'm a little concerned about why that's reading a 0.6. My math says that should have been about a 0.4 on coil, but 0.6 is fine. Let's see what's it reading now. 0.56. Okay, that's not too far off. We're gonna put a little bit of this bad drip God nectar on there. A little some berries and some mango in there. Get that wicked up a little bit here. One thing about having that coil as high as I've got it, there's a lot of drop down there. Let's see what that, oops, how that looks. We got vapor. All right, let's put it together and give it a whirl. Smells good. I can tell you that right now. Very good. Oh, I knew there was something I wanted to go over. We're gonna take a look at the, make sure this mission tip works on it. So, okay. Where's my top cap at? There it is. So the top cap, there's an O-ring up here, the chimney and all, that fits up into here and holds it in place up there. So I think it'd be easier just to put the cap on there, screw it off. Well, maybe not. There we go. Now I've got it started. Put the top cap on there. And we don't have to worry about, yeah, I got a little bit too much cotton coming out of both ends. Well, one end for sure, but we'll see if it'll work. But yeah, that cap doesn't, it's just sitting on there. It's not press fitted with O-rings or anything. It shouldn't be a problem, but we'll go ahead and just take it and stick it up in there like that. That's as far as it'll go. Can't go any further. Airflow holes are all around, so don't have to worry about trying to line it up. Then you take the base and just slap it up in there, and it's sealed. I feel like I can trust that. Get this reader out of the way. Let's drop this in here. Put some juice in there. Apologize for the length of this video, but you know, oh, that's the Nautilus adapter. I didn't show you how to do that, but we'll come back and try that another time. Let's just use this one for now. Okay. Put some juice in there. We'll go about a third of the way probably. Let's see. Yeah, I start seeing something. One about half, but hey. Put that back in there. I accidentally fired it. Alright, I can't get the... There we go. Clean that up, make sure we don't have any excess juice. Always get some excess juice when I'm filling. So there we are. We got about halfway full. And let's see what we got on the front here. What did it read? It's reading a 0.51 on here. 0.51. Let's see how many volts that is. Alright, so let's go up to about 30 volt or 30 watts. 32 watts. That's about right. Okay, let's give it a try. We'll go up here and see what we got. We're gonna put this front panel here, or this back panel here. Depends on what do you consider the front or back. There we are. Make sure everything. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna end up cutting this thing off. I don't think I need that. I mean, battery just comes right out. You know, you really don't need this. I'm gonna cut that off, but later. All right, here we go, guys. What at 32 watts, 0.5 roughly. Not bad, really. I I wasn't that wasn't a dry hit. I just got a little cough there. I honestly was not. I wasn't expecting a lot. That's better than I expected. It's not top of the line flavor. I mean, I use this juice a lot, so I know what the flavor is. Um, I bet you the 520 would be a lot better. I'm also pleasantly surprised with the airflow. I expected it to be a lot tighter. I mean, obviously we didn't use the 2 millimeter pin. We used what I assume is a 3 millimeter without any pins, and it's actually pretty airy. It's reduced direct lung. It's not straight. It's not airy. You know, I mean, if you want to crank this thing up to 60 and use a 0.2 ohm coil or anything like that, you probably want a little bit more air than this. But if you're running coils like that, you're probably not going to use the RBA that's in here. But it's not garbage. I mean, it's actually better than, I mean, the RBA itself is not garbage. I didn't really think I was going to get much out of that. Really not that bad. Not that bad. So yeah, the device itself is really sexy. I mean, I'm not a fan of that panel. You know, the cutouts on that panel. I'm definitely going to get with some aftermarket stuff. Oh, we also want to do this. Let me take this drip tip off while we have a known working RBA in there. And I'm going to put the OG mission tip on here. Take this nub off and make sure I get it on good and tight. Well, the nub don't want to come off. There we go. All right, here we go. Working just fine. Let's do 2. That's not going to give me any dry hits. I'm not going to keep going, though, because I'm going to nick myself out. That coil, for some reason, is... I'm getting a lot more throat hit on this coil than the aliens that I normally use. or the stags, or yeah, aliens. That's what I meant to say. Not too bad. I mean, for 98 bucks, we didn't put anything extra. Well, you got a different drip tip, but that's no big deal. That's a banger. I'm impressed. Now I mean, I already knew, from feeling it as soon as I pulled it out of the box, that the design of it, or the feel of it, was going to be really nice. I don't believe that it's the same kind of aluminum that they use on a billet box. A billet box feels like it's thicker, I guess you'd say. The Oh, and speaking of which, that's SSPP panels, and super special, super secret panel project, SSPP. They make some panels for this thing. They also make panels for the Pulse AIO, and I plan on getting, actually, what I really want to get is this exact set of panels. These are what Arlo at SSPP calls curvies, and you can see there's little horizontal ridges here. I want to get those panels for both devices, the Pulse and this device. But yeah, I don't know, why not. Let's see. Just if this screwdriver, or this driver that I have over here, if this actually fits these, we're going to try that. Nope, that's too big. I'll try the button later. Like I said, I've got these 3 buttons here to try, and I don't know what we'll do with them, but we'll give those a try later. But yeah, man, this is I mean, comparing it to the other one here, I mean, you really can't. I mean, you could compare them both because they're both BORO devices that are, roughly the same price point. You get a lot of stuff with both of them. Right out of the box, you can vape right away. Well, I mean, you got to build a coil, but I mean, there's pre-made coils that you get with this one as well as with this one. But this one didn't come with actual knotless coils, though. That's the only thing. It was a sample kit that I got with this, and it came with a coil, I think. So yeah, it came with a coil. So came with 2 coils, but this one's got the 21700 battery, and this one 18650, and obviously this one's a lot more pocketable, a lot smaller, and they both feel good in your hand, but this one is more compact, and they both will serve the purpose. They're both good um, entry level BORO devices, but I'm liking this one. This doesn't look pink; it looks more red than pink. So I'm digging the color. So anyway, this is the Cthulhu Mods Cthulhu AIO, and like I said, maybe they listened to some feedback, but I heard some people complain about the panels being wobbly and the AIO written right there, and I don't have that on this one. So either they forgot to put it there, or they've decided to just leave that off altogether. And I really like that there's no branding on the external portion of the device. Um, I mean, I hadn't used it long enough to give you any flaws, or pros or cons. I mean, there's a lot of pros. I mean, entry level, very affordable BORO device if you can't really afford to get into the billet box game. So I mean, keeps you from having to get a billet box clone from SXK or something. So, but yeah, um, like I said, there's some the accessories that I showed you in this video from Cthulhu directly, and probably from all the distributors that are selling these at some point. Um, Panels, I don't know all the panel makers that are going to be making this. I've seen some from a company called Carrot Laboratory. My friend Arlo with SSPP, he's already making panels. Matt Bennett with BT Customs is making panels. Um, I've seen a lot of them from companies I've never heard of and don't even know their names. So they're out there. Oh, there are people actually making some accessories for this thing, and I'm sure at some point there's already makers that make drip tips. So I mean, you don't have to worry about that. Drip tips are going to be out there in abundance, including all the ones that are currently out there. You know, like these are from this is from Protocol. This is the boosters from Mission. Then you have stuff that Matt Bennett makes. These are matching panels and drip tip um, panels from BMM or drip tips from BMM. You can buy them directly. I mean, just everything, and then the plethora of different 510 drip tips that you can put in place of this. If you really wanted to. I kind of like that. It brings that up a little bit, and it's not really ugly. So, so yeah. Sorry I didn't go through the menus and stuff. I don't really. I mean, I'm sorry. Um, really, all I care about is 1, 2, 3 to change the mode from wattage to voltage to bypass to temp control, which I never use, back to wattage. Oh, and it round robins too, as you saw. But there you are. So I'm gonna keep it on wattage, and we're gonna vape on this for a while. Not on video anymore. We're through. I appreciate y'all watching. Um, like I said, it's $98, and keep an eye on the channel because I will have a video of the 520 RBA when it gets here, and there will be a second 520 RBA given away on as a contest. I'll open it up probably to Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook followers. So not bad. I mean, I'm pleasantly surprised with this little bitty RBA. It's not there's some higher end RBAs that this is, that aren't my favorite, but this is actually just as good as. And I just put a round wire build in there. It's not bad at all. So anyway, very nice, very nice. I appreciate Cthulhu for sending this over to check out. This isn't the typical thing we talk about on this channel, but when originally decided to take a look at it, I was expecting to be able to do a dual purpose, video of this and the actually, you know what? It does look a little pink at certain angles. This and the 520 RBA together, because if you follow the channel, I like to do RBA videos and check them out. So anyway, guys, I'm Chris, billetbox.info. Thanks for watching, and take care.